Yeah, U3, live from the underground.
Yo, it's your girl DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and you tune in to U3, Underground, Unsigned, and Unknown. And I've been trying to get this guy on my show for a minute, but it's my fault, not his fault. And he's on our Underground class list of 2020, Mr. E.Twiss. What it do? What it do?
Going on?
Man, E.Twiss San Antonio, the I Cant Rap. How'd you come up with that slogan and that whole little branding?
Oh, shoot, it was probably about 5 years back, and I don't know. I guess when I was coming into it, I kind of was overlooked for a long time, and I just kind of, I guess in a way, you start having this chip on your shoulder, right? So, I had this, if those are the rappers that y'all like, if that's what y'all are calling rap, well, shit, I can't rap, and I'm not gonna try to conform to, to anybody. I'm gonna just do me. I'm gonna do this, the lyrical side of things. Just make music that I enjoy making, and even though it may get overlooked, like I said, if that's rap to y'all, then I can't rap, So and it's just kind of stuck ever since then, and yeah, we just been running with it.
How did you stay with the lyrical? Because I interviewed the artist not too long ago. He started off doing lyrical rap, and then he switched to trippy. So what made you stay in that lyrical zone and not switch over to be with the masses or?
Well, I think I guess that's kind of like the music that I've made, since I started doing music, and it just kind of stuck. And I mean, even though now, I'm trying to do more of like a versatility or a versatile kind of approach to things, as far as maybe trying different styles here and there. Like, I know that I'm gonna stay true to the lyrical side of things. At the end of the day, I'm gonna, that's where I'm comfortable doing, making music and doing things like that. So I feel like there's no need to switch it up, because at some point I'll be able to fully approach it with that, with that style, and it may go somewhere. So
with the lyrics that you spit, you are very lyrical, and to the point where it sounds like you kind of used to be a battle rapper. Did you ever battle rap back in the day? Any of that?
Nah.
Do you ever want to try it out?
Never.
You want to test it out? No.
Nah, I used to try to do the little freestyles, the lunchroom, but it was never never something that I really kind of full on enjoy doing. I guess I like sitting there and actually giving thought to my lyrics, and making sure that everything lines up how I'm picturing it in my mind, like the message that I'm trying to get across the song that we make. So yeah, I never really got much into the battle rap kind of thing.
Okay, so let's talk about your writing process, because you said you want to make sure that everything comes out clear. Do you like to listen to a beat first and then write to it, or sometimes you just write and then get a beat later?
No, I'll listen to the beat first and then write to it, and then we'll kind of begin the writing process, and then if it's multiple people in the room, we'll kind of bounce ideas off each other, just kind of make sure that what we're putting out, is good, and then it kind of helps to have a team around you to kind of give you an input when you're writing and making these songs. And that's why I think lately everything's been coming out so much better than before, because we have this team now, all about growth, and we're able to sit in here with in the studio and bounce ideas off each other, and if something's not sounding right, hey, maybe you should change this, maybe you should change that, and we're able to go in and make these songs and have as little flaws, I guess, as possible. Because it's hard to do everything by yourself. I know everybody claims that, that I do it on my own. And I kind of take pride in the fact that I have such a solid team behind me and around me to, help give their ideas and give their inputs to make sure that everything comes out just right. So
I know in some of your songs you do features with CeeLo, Jordan, and Diversity. How did y'all two hook up? Y'all three hook up to become like a team?
Well, Diversity been my right hand man for a while now. I would say 5 years, 6 years almost.
Yeah, right.
You know, I mean, you've seen us at shows, you know, anywhere that I would be, he'd be at, you know, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So we just kind of been rolling together for a minute, and we've been able to build up that chemistry together on records, and make sure that you know, we click well, you know, and it's more of a family dynamic than it is, you know, a team in a sense. And you know, we linked up with Stilo, and I think we shit, what was it? Almost 2 years.
It was like October or November, or I mean, I'm sorry, like September or October. Hasn't even been. It's been almost a year.
Something like that. And like me and Stilo had done a song called "They Don't Know," and once we got that done, and it was such a dope song to us, you know, we kind of sat there and talked about, you know, just kind of linking up and kind of doing a full push and seeing what we can do as a whole unit, you know. And then you know, his brother Case has kind of, you know, taken on the manager role and you know, gotten us these opportunities in different places and with different artists, you know, collabs and things like that. And I mean, it all just kind of worked well, you know. And you don't find that kind of camaraderie often, you know. So when it comes to dope shit all the time, then you just kind of it just happens so naturally. You just keep rolling with it.
Now, when you three make a song together, who's most likely to come up with a hook? Who do the verses? How is your energy in the studio? Who's more to, like, you got to push a little more? Who likes to be laid back?
I mean, Stilo's dope with the hooks. I don't know if you've had an opportunity to fully like check out his full catalog, but if y'all haven't, go check it out. Stilo Jordan on all platforms. But he's dope with the hooks. I mean, and so if we're in need of a hook on a song, you know, that's 9 times out of 10, you know, he's the mastermind behind that, as well as, you know, a lot of the times the production side as well. And I mean, and everybody has their own styles as far as writing. You know, for a long time, I wouldn't like to write my verses out. I would kind of just go in there and, you know, what came to mind, I would record it. You know, whereas these guys are different. You know, I know Diversity, you know, he takes several days out of the week to write a bunch of songs, you know, at one time, you know. And Stilo, I mean, he probably does the same thing. Me, I'm more of like a spontaneous. I have a hard time sitting down in one spot for so long. So I'm just, you know, when we're in here cooking up together, I'll sit there and all right. But a lot of the times, you know, when we're doing a song together, there's an idea there, and we're all just like, all right, we're all in on it. So.
Now, your latest album that you released, S.I.N.S, what does that mean for people who don't know what that means? And how did you come up with the concept?
I'll leave that up for interpretation to everybody else. Me personally, the concept of it was, I feel like when you're going through a hard time, right? Like, you're trying to like get out what things that have been going on in your life. You know, you got these sins. You're trying to release your sins. That's basically where I was at with it. You know, I was going through a really rough patch in my life, and it was like, let me get this stuff out. You know, let me see what I can put all together, like get a good collection of songs. And actually, we sat there for, I think it was about 4 days. In 4 days, we had all 10 songs done, and you know, we kind of just put it all together, and it ended up being what it was. And honestly, it's probably like one of the most personal albums for me, as well as probably my most proud, or my proudest album. You know, I was very happy with how it turned out and all the work that went into it. I've never really worked on an album that was so done so quick, and with everybody just kind of coming together to rally around that project, you know. And that was you know, I had Stilo in here mixing and mastering late hours of the night to get it done on time, you know. And you know, credit to him for getting that done for me, because I probably, you know, it wouldn't have sounded anywhere near as good without him. And, you know, Diversity put hours in, sitting in here helping him, like, you know, giving him an extra ear. So I mean, everybody kind of came together and made that project what it was. So it's definitely a special one to me.
Now, besides the lyrics, it also takes a good production team, like you said, to make a project so dope. And shout out to Stilo Jordan. But who else do you have in your production team? Like, who are just some of your go-to producers you like to use?
Honestly, as of late, it's mainly been Stilo. There are a few producers in that I wanted to work with, and actually on S.I.N.S, I did have some production from Almari. But I mean, as far as like producers around here, there are some that I want to work with, but just as of late, it's been, I mean, when you find somebody who knows your style and can make you something like on spot, it's easy to just, hey, Stilo, I need something like this, and he'll cook it up real quick, and then we just run. So
I like that.
I definitely need to work out here.
Shout out to Stilo, man. I didn't know he was making beats too. I didn't know he was doing all that. Man, he slept on. I didn't know.
Little Swiss Army.
So how important is it to keep everything in-house? Because that helps you a lot when you have your own beat maker, your own producer, your own mix and master, everything like.
I mean, it's definitely like it definitely makes it easier to get things done faster.
And they know your sound too, so.
Yeah, and obviously we want to have opportunities to reach out and work with other producers, other artists, and things like that as well. But just the rate the rate that I would like to drop things at, like yeah. I'm one of the, like I want to drop things all the time, and I mean there's moments where these guys will have to tell me, hey man, just slow down a minute, so but just the rate that I like to go at, it's just so much easier for me to reach out to my producer directly and like, hey, I want something that sounds like this, and he'll cook it up. So yeah. I mean, it's definitely nice to be able to keep things in house, especially like I said for myself and how quick I like to get things done or put things out. So it's definitely been a change. It's been a change, and a very welcome one too. Because beforehand, before we formed this, I didn't have something like that. It was, we're looking for producers all the time, and you might have an idea for a song but can't find the perfect beat for it. So it's definitely been great. So
are we gonna get like an EP or a mixtape from you three, like a little collab, little project?
Yeah, probably. Actually, yeah, that's one thing that that's one thing that I think that we're looking forward to doing here in the near future. Like I know right now, Stilo and Diversity have an EP out that I'm featured on one record on there, Growing Pains. So y'all check that out on all platforms. But I think the one thing that we're really missing is something, a project like that, so where we can make this collection of music that we all have an input in, and everybody's creativity is shown on it. So I think here pretty soon that could be something that gets started. So
now you are one of the few artists I can actually say got this branding down on pat, because a lot of artists don't understand the importance of branding and what it means, and how when people see a certain sign or a certain word, they know who to associate it with. Like they see I Cant Rap, they know E.Twiss. They see your logo, they know E.Twiss. You have good quality photos. Your posting is very good quality and nice. So what made you do all that? Like, how do you figure your branding out when it came to that? And what advice do you have to other artists who, doesn't have branding at all?
I think, well, as far as like the I Cant Rap goes, that one kind of stuck because once I put that project out, I'd be out of the show and you'd have people like, oh snap, it's you can't rap, and it just kind of stuck, and now it's like something that's associated with me for a while, which I guess in a way, like I really didn't even intend for it to stick as a brand, but I guess I'm blessed that now people can recognize me through that. And it was like kind of one of those effortless kind of things. So I was kind of lucky that one hit like it did. And I mean, as far as everything else, like the posting online and stuff like that, that's all just advice that's been passed down to me. I've had several people that are known on the local scene. Some just behind the scenes, just telling me like, hey man, you look into doing this when you post something. Make sure that you're doing your hashtagging right. Make sure that your pictures look this way, and that's, and speaking of with the photos being as quality as they are, another shout out to Stilo, because yeah, I mean he does it all, man. So but but yeah, I mean, it all just kind of comes together well, and I guess, like I said, in a sense, I'm blessed that the branding has caught on the way that it has, even with, you know, the logo. And, you know, I just put out a new logo as well, like a little addition to my logo, and that seems to be hitting pretty nicely too. So, I mean, as far as other artists that don't have their branding intact, I would just say just try to find something that works for you, and something that, you know, people can look at and, like you said, just automatically look and relate to who they are as an artist. And, you know, it kind of makes people want to gravitate towards you when it looks like you have your shit together. So that's basically all I can give as far as advice goes. Like, try to look like you have your shit together, and people are gonna take you seriously. So
Exactly, especially with the photos. I see a good quality photo, and I'm automatically assuming you got it together.
and baby steps to get there. You know, artists. I mean, there's many steps that you got to take. You know, you gotta take the certain steps to get your branding right, to get your social media presence right. And shit, I'm still not all the way there, but I think we're all headed in the right direction as far as everybody in the team. So
that's good to hear. Are you working on any new music videos coming soon with your new project you just dropped? I know we're in the quarantine and you can't do as much as we used to, but
yeah, actually there's a couple of video concepts that we're working with right now. It's just kind of about finding the right time to get the shots that we need, and to make sure that when we put it out, it's put out at a time or in a way that people are gonna catch it and gravitate towards it. You know, we don't want to drop a video or even a project for that matter and have it kind of just sit there. So yeah, we have some things coming up as far as both those go. So I'm just, hopefully we can get them done here pretty soon. But yeah, with this quarantine, it's been a bit of a pain in the ass to get anything done.
It puts a lot of stuff on hold. Now, since this quarantine, you know, a lot of people have been doing live stream. Are y'all gonna do a live stream show? Are we gonna get that coming from you soon, where you perform a couple of songs? Or you not trying to ride that wave?
Nah, I think we are, and that just, it's another thing that, you know, you want to make sure that you do stuff right. You know, you don't want to rush or force anything. You want everything to you know, you want things to make sense. You know, there's no point in doing something that's just gonna kind of go nowhere. You know, so we definitely on doing something like that. When the time's right and when we have everything in order to make sure that, you know, it's quality product that we're putting out, whether, you know, it's a live stream or just a quick performance video on YouTube. We just want to make sure that it's done right and good quality. So it'll happen soon.
That's good. Well, I hope so. I will tune in. For that show. That'll be a dope live stream. It really will. Now, I know Versus in the mainstream and in the underground has been surfacing here and there. Do you plan on doing the Versus with anyone? Has anyone ever called you out yet? Do you want to call somebody out?
Nah, nobody's really called me out yet. I don't think that. I think if the opportunity presented itself, I think it would be a fun thing to do. You know, but again, with the same thing, you know, you just want to make sure that it's quality when you do it. You know, so if Versus comes up and we can get something together and make it fun for everybody involved. You know, myself, the other artists, as well as the fans who would tune in, like that would definitely be something I'd be up for doing. But none yet.
When you found out that you made the underground class list of 2020, and I want to say that, one, I'm not a judge, so congratulations on making it, and two, that the people who vote, they love that old school lyrical rap. So I knew you were gonna make it. But
well, I mean, I was honored. You know, to get any kind of recognition is dope. You know, especially as an up and coming artist. You know, you go through your times of feeling like nobody's really recognizing you for your talent. So to get that recognition was dope. I was very appreciative of it, and I think that you know, getting my name seen by people who may never heard of me, like it was cool, and I'm grateful for anybody who, you know, saw it and went and checked me out more, maybe tuned into a project or, you know, follow me on social media. You know, I'm grateful for any kind of recognition that comes my way, especially, you know, with how hard we work. And
Yeah,
it always means to get some recognition like that.
I agree. And actually, I don't think I played any of your records on my show like that. I played some, but not enough where they can recognize your name. So that was pretty
I have
dope.
to send
This
you more.
is music.
All right.
Like, okay, I like it. So what's next for you? I know we're still in this quarantine. You can't do much, but what's next? Are we gonna get more merch? New T-shirts? I know you got.
Yeah, I got actually just did a new shirt design as well as hats.
Are you
With
doing
the
mask? You gonna get a
new one.
mask wave?
Yeah. Nah, it's a hat.
Okay,
The
no
hats.
mask. You're not gonna do the mask like everyone else. You want to be different.
Maybe. I mean, I've been given the option to do something like that. So it could be something that comes soon, but
That would be dope. You know the
I
circle that
want
you
to
have
make the
in your
I
E.Twiss.
don't want to do something like everybody else does and just kind of, you know, throw their name on the side of a mask. You know, just I want to make something that looks dope before we're gonna do some masks like that.
Well, the circle
So
you have on your name with the X's look dope, right? It's not X's, right? The E.Twiss.
yeah,
That looks dope.
yeah,
X's.
that little devil with the halo. Yeah,
That's a little dope concept. Just throw that up
appreciate it.
there. I'm feeling that. Well, thank you, E.Twiss, for stopping by U3. You know, I've been wanting to do this for a minute now, but you know, everyone's schedule get busy and all that. So I'm happy that we finally got to do it. You are a dope rapper, even though you say you
I
can't
appreciate
rap. You,
it.
it's not like me. I actually can't rap. Don't listen to Diversity. He's a hype man. I can't rap. But before we let you go, let people know where they can check out your music. Give us all your social media links, everything.
You can check out my music on all streaming platforms. Right now, I got 2 projects up, and here pretty soon, I'm gonna actually be dropping a double album. One being a full R&B album, as well as another full.
You have a release date for that?
What's up?
You have a release date for those projects? Not yet. You gonna keep it a secret?
Release date not coming soon though. We're putting a lot of work in on them. So
you have names?
with this being a double album, yeah, the rap album is Lucid Energy, and then the R&B album is called The Black Book.
Ooh, okay.
So we'll have those out here soon.
So you're gonna have some songs for the ladies, huh? R&B.
A full 10 songs for the ladies, yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Just a little something.
Huh?
Try things up a little bit, kind of dive into different genres and see what we can come up with. And I mean, so far we got some dope shit. So.
Okay. I can see
but,
that.
Yeah, and then but yeah, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at E_Twiss, and then Facebook, if you just search E.Twiss, you'll find my artist page. Yeah, that's all of them right there, I think.
You heard it straight from his mouth. Make sure you go search him E.Twiss, E.Twiss, not with the T, Twiss on everything.
Mm-hmm.
He should pop up Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, SoundCloud, all that. He should pop up. And go ahead and follow him on his Instagram. Make sure you go ahead and cop a t-shirt that he has. His merch is very dope. You will not be disappointed. In his merch and in his music, you will not be disappointed. Very lyrical if you're into that lyrical rap. And it should go DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and we are signing out.